two tonight, Susan Basas.
Thank you, Madam Postmaster. Do you have a hidden talent? And by that I mean, is there something you know how to do that you don't necessarily tell people because they might find it just a little bit weird? Or maybe no one actually finds out unless a family member tells them or a close friend tells them without your permission? Or maybe somebody convinces you that talking about your hidden talent would make a really good Toastmaster speech? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and very welcome guests. I have hidden talent. People seek it out in hidden areas. To find people with my talent, you might have to go down a narrow alleyway, maybe through a back door, and maybe up or down a staircase. There might be a blinking light advertising the talent, but more likely it's just a simple card in the window. You have to really look to find these people. You won't find them on the main drag of a city or a town. They're off the beaten path. People have found me using this talent at bars, parties, one time on the subway, and when they see me, they light up, come over, and ask, can I be next? And because of the hidden talent, I get to hear people's stories. I get to hear about their love lives. I get to hear about their childhoods. I get to hear about their personalities. People have told me about their hopes and dreams, decisions that they've made that they've regretted, or maybe they talked about yearning about going back to school. So, what is it I know how to do? My hidden talent is that I can read palms. Now, palm reading is often associated with tarot cards and crystal balls. Maybe a gypsy is lighting incense in a dimly lit room as she tells you her fortune. Palm reading is also associated with mind reading and prophecy. I can't do either of those things. I'm not that heathen. But palm reading is simply examining the lines of your palms. Everyone's lines are different. Everyone's palms are different. It's sort of like fingerprints. There are some commonalities though. Everybody has a headline, everybody has a hard line, and everybody has a lifeline. There are also sublines that indicate tendencies, like if you tend to fall in love easily, or if you tend to be a lifelong learner. Why do the lines exist? Reflexologists tell us that our hands are connected with the major organs of our bodies, and that the energy from those organs manifests themselves differently in each person's palm. It's not difficult to learn how to palm read. There's a wealth of information on the internet. I would say people who are good at identifying and interpreting patterns find palm reading particularly easy. That's also a skill that's good for learning a foreign language, which incidentally is how I learned to read palms. I was in Japan studying Japanese, and I was friends with this woman who was about my age, and she could read palms. And we had a lot of teacher conferences to go to that year, and to alleviate the tedium between the sessions, she would read teachers' palms. So I paid attention, and it was fascinating. Each person, each palm, has a unique story with a distinct present, past, and future. So basically, I came back from Japan with two skills, speaking Japanese and reading palms. And which do I use every day in my current life? But with the palm reading, I think there are probably three things you might not know about palm reading. The first is that the lines on your palms are always changing. If you were to take a palm print now and another year down the road, the lines on your palms will have shifted, subtly or more drastically, depending on what happened to you that year. Another thing you might not know about palm reading is that the lines are chronological. Depending on where you look on a specific line, you can get a sense of a person's present, past, and possible future. And that brings me to the last thing about palm reading that you may not have known, and that is it will not